Good morning, students. In today's class, we shall read about the third poem, Lines Written in Early Spring, written by the Romantic poet William Wordsworth. Wordsworth was born on 7th April 1770 at Cockermouth, United Kingdom. He was a major English poet who, with Samuel Taylor Coleridge, helped to launch the Romantic age in English literature with their joint publication, Lyrical Ballads. Wordsworth was Britain's poet laureate from 1843 until his death. He was popularly known as a nature poet. He lived during the reign of Queen Victoria. Some of his famous poems are Daffodils, The Solitary Reaper, To the Cuckoo, Tables Turned, lines composed on a few miles above Tinton Abbey. He died on 23rd April 1850 in United Kingdom. Now listen to the poetic lines. I heard 1,000 blended notes, while in a groove I sat reclined. In that sweet mood when pleasant thoughts bring sad thoughts to the mind. To her fair works did nature link the human soul that through me ran, and much it grieved me my heart to think what man has made of man. Through primrose tufts in that sweet bower, the periwinkle trailed its wreaths, and it is my faith that every flower enjoys the air it breathes. The birds around me hopped and played, their thoughts I cannot measure, but the least motion which they made, it seemed a thrill of pleasure. The budding twigs spread out their fan to catch the breezy air, and I must think, do all I can, that there was a pleasure there. If this belief from heaven be sent, if such be nature's holy plan, have I not reason to lament what man has made of man? This poem was written when the poet was on a walk near the village of Alford. Wordsworth was an ardent walker and often composed his poems on the move or wrote them about the scenes of nature that he witnessed. The poet started reclining in a grove. Grove means forest full of trees, fruit trees and flower trees. He had both pleasant and sad thoughts in his minds. He could associate himself with nature. When he looked at the flowers and twigs, they appeared to enjoy themselves in nature, breathing the air happily. The birds hopped around and enjoyed themselves, but he was saddened by the thought that man was exploiting nature. The atmosphere was pleasant all around with flowers and breeze, and everything seemed to be happy. When nature desires such peace and pleasantness, it was only by the irresponsible acts of men that brought distress to nature and to other men. God created nature for all, only to enjoy and be peaceful and pleasant, not to fight with each other or to destroy the nature. William Wordsworth used onomatopoeia, the figure of speech, in the first line of the poem. I heard 1,000 blended notes. While the poet sat in the grove and enjoying the beauty of nature, hearing the sounds of the winds, the fluttering sound of the leaves, the chirping sound of the birds, etc., sad thoughts also came to his mind. In the second stanza, the poet used metaphor. The poet compares the fair work of nature to the human soul. In this line, to her fair work did nature link. Nature links its beautiful work to the human soul. So it affects the thought of the poet's mind. In the third stanza, the poet finds joy even at the primrose tufts and periwinkle flowers that stretches their leaves and flowers to enjoy the air around them. In the fourth stanza, he talks about the birds that hopped and played around him. Though the poet could not measure their minds, the least motion they made was thrilling to watch. So he thought that they were very happy. In the fifth stanza of the poem, he uses personification, the figure of speech, in the lines, the budding twigs spread out their fan to catch the breezy air, as if the budding twigs of the tree spreading out its leaves and branches to catch the breezy air. In the last stanza of the poem, the poet brings out his thoughts while comparing nature with human behavior. He says that God created nature for all to enjoy peacefully, but man, by his irresponsible behavior, has brought distress and sorrow to nature and to other men. This thought disturbs the poet a lot. The basic reason is that man has grown jealous and selfish. Man has become cruel to man. It is the basic reason for all the problems on earth. He concludes the poem by saying that the striking contrast between nature and humanity induces melancholy in himself. He suggests man can be a part of nature and rational, in control of himself and in control of his surroundings. He believes that nature is full of pleasure. This belief of joy, being with nature, is divine, and the connection of man with nature is the plan of God. From this poem, everyone can learn the moral that man is a social animal, he is a part of nature, and the nature is meant for peaceful living and pleasant experience. It should be shared by man along with other living things. Thank you, students.